Good afternoon, everyone. I'm back to do another quick reading for us today. I hope everyone is well. Let's jump right in and let's get started. I'm just letting the energies set here. So they're wanting me to start here with the Six of Swords. And this represents you, viewer. So I sense that you've gone through a lot, and recently, you've made some really, and recently I mean like in the last 6 months, perhaps even a little bit longer than that. Could be as long as a year, but you've made some really tough decisions. You've worked really, really hard to get yourself on a new path, on a path that you never thought you'd be on. It's a new path, and it wasn't easy, is what I sense, but you're doing so well, and you should be very proud. I sense that you probably didn't do this on your own, meaning you probably had children you had to move with and make changes for as well and include them. It's not easy when we're trying to do that, when we have ourselves to think about and others, especially children. It's really, really hard. And I know being a single parent, if you're a single parent, is very difficult, especially this day and age. It's not easy. So I commend you for this really hard work. And I know that for many of you, I'm sensing that you're in a good place, you're stable, you're independent, your kids are doing great, and it was all well worth it. But however, there's still a little part of you that's sad. There's a little part of you that is still wondering about, will I ever find love again? Will I ever be in another relationship? And for some of you, you don't want that, and that's fine. If this is more goal oriented for like a project or a business or anything like that, then take it how it resonates. But certainly for those of you who are seeking a partnership, a new partnership, then, most certainly take it in that regard as well. I feel like this reading is going to assist you in being able to move forward. And I feel like it's a high vibrational one. It's a higher divine union that you probably need to be ready for, because these are unions that are very, very, I'm hearing the word delicate, but at the same time, I think what they mean by delicate is that it needs to be handled in an exact, precise way. And this isn't something you need to sit there and think about and plan out on a piece of paper. I'm just talking about the vibration, the energy, the magnetism too that brings you together. You'll attract the right person once you're in the right energy, and this is why you probably needed to work on yourself to get yourself into this frequency. And the minute you became set for that and ready for that, you're already pulling each other in, because your person would have been doing the same thing, the other person, okay, that you're inquiring about. If you haven't met them yet, they're on their way. They might be needing to tweak a couple of things. I just posted, or I'm posting another reading right now that I did earlier, so go and look at that if you feel inclined to, because it speaks to some of the challenges that the other person is going through right now, so that might help you. Now, I feel like perhaps this is about you and perhaps future energy in terms of what's ahead. So I feel like the fact that that Ace of Pentacles is there on the top, look how fantastic that is. That's beautiful. Look at that. That's what's waiting for you. And I feel like the partner that is coming into your life, I think this is this person here, and they are balancing things out right now in order to be able to provide this to you. And they need to match your energy, like I said. So they are fine-tuning some things, and they're doing it in the right way for this union. They understand what this energy is. They understand what you need, what this union will need. And even if it's not like on a conscious level where they're sitting there actually thinking about it from that frontal lobe perspective, point of view, it's something intrinsic within them that they'll understand and know, and they'll embody that energy with the way that they make decisions, with the way that they lead their lives, okay? So it's imminent and it's coming, because look, that Chariot's behind you. These are your guides as well that are protecting you while you're traveling, and this is your path here in your journey. You're well on your way. You're holding space here, but you're doing fantastic. So Three of Pentacles. Excuse me. So again, I feel like you are balancing out the things that are needed, both of you, in your own lives and the way that you're doing it, and it's perfect. And it's going to assist you in becoming aligned here to be able to share equally, to bring this in as the Ace of Pentacles, which is your manifested union when you come together. I think there's a lot of nervousness. Look at all the pentacles, right? There's a lot of pentacles here. And I think you're nervous about the fact that you might be facing something like this again. And I spoke about separation and divorce in the previous reading. And that is not an easy thing to open yourself up to again, especially if you had to work really, really hard to get yourself back on your feet on your own. I feel like you both have done this. You've done it, and this person had to do it as well. So coming back into a relationship where you could be looking at joining resources in any way, it's a lot. I don't sense here that you don't want to. I just feel like you're nervous. And talk about that. Talk about how you feel. It'll help. It'll help. I feel like this person here had more to work out though. So you might be further along on your journey of being independent and working through a separation. I feel like this person here, it might just be a bit more recent. My left ear is ringing. There's an interfering energy that's come in here where this person just shifted their energy into thinking that they can't approach or they can't come or it won't work, which is interesting. So we're going to do a clearing. I have Palo Santo here. Yeah, it's an attack for sure. So let me just cleanse the space here, okay? Let's focus on that light. Let's bring the light into the... And let's send this person love, okay, and strength. And it's not for us to tell anyone what to do. Certainly never, ever, ever. I don't do that. But certainly if it's to provide a clearing so they can have clarity of thoughts to then be able to get back on track to make a better informed decision for themselves, let's do that. Yeah, it's their struggles. I feel like there's jealousy a little bit and envy, perhaps, if you're a little bit further ahead, like I said. And they're frustrated because they might have encountered some struggles here that are requiring a balancing. And that's why there's one person on this card instead of two people, or three sometimes. But I'm happy to see this card here because I feel like they're going to get there. And their guides are leading the way as well. Your guides have your back. You're okay. It's not to worry. They do want me to pull more cards to be a bit more specific. So give me a second here and I'll come right back. All right, I'm back. So interesting, some repeat cards, the Three of Pentacles, and that Chariot came back out. So that's really interesting. Let's see here. So this person has I'm channeling the other person. They've recently learned something or will learn something. And I feel like there might be a little bit of a bump here and a little delay because they're going to be sent back to the drawing board here because there's something they need to figure out here. I sense there's an interfering energy that's causing issues here, and it's an outside force. It's not this person. So I feel like it's something that's bothering them, that has them thinking like I heard warped thoughts, like it's like a psychic attack potentially if it's spiritual. But if it's an actual person, or if it's a spiritual energy working through a person that's in his life, it's 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 an issue. You're protected. You see here, because this is, to me, the divine represents this card as the divine. It's like a beautiful, like, blank card that to me just speaks to like a wild card, right? But it's the divine, because this is the temperance card. So just know that you're safe and you're secure and you're going to be okay. And you mean the world to him. And I feel like he hasn't shared this yet. There's something that's blocking it. And he's intimidated a little bit by the how comfortable you are within your own skin, and how independent you are, and how confident you are, how strong you are. But that's a good thing, because he'll get there. He will. He doesn't want to lose you. He doesn't want to lose this connection. So let's remove the block here, because I feel like it's moving in the right direction. And yeah, exactly. This is the enlightenment that he's going to receive, and this clearing is going to afford this person the ability to do that now. They're going to come around back to their right place. So if I'm doing this reading, maybe it was to remove an impending block, okay, or an interference that could have caused serious issues here. But the enlightenment is that he knows he can work together with you because you are giving, you're honest, and you're genuine, and you're generous. You're not fake. Okay, and you're very loving. And I feel like too, there's some issues in this person's emotional body. So there's some blocked energy. So we're gonna just do a clearing here. And he's willing to move in the right direction is what I'm hearing here. So that's fantastic. Oh, the sun. Yeah, see? Perfect. So I'm just going to place this amethyst in this aura quartz here right over top of him. So it'll assist this person in clearing their auric field, because they probably picked up some nefarious energy. And we're going to assist as well to make sure if there's any moon magic, that we're going to protect this person and your union from that, your timeline. Okay. Yeah, we're able to move in the right direction now. Okay. He knows this is a destined union. There's something special about it that he is connecting to for the first time. He's allowing himself to believe that this could be a soulmate relationship. I don't think he's ever used those words before. I think he's heard, like, everybody's heard of it, but it's quite something else when you realize that you could be in one. It's almost like I've gone through this. Like I've told myself, like, you know, I don't, I'm not sure that applies to me, but you'll know from a heart space, and energetically you'll know too. You just feel it in your body, like you just know. It's hard to put into words. But don't attribute labels to anything. Just trust your feelings and trust your heart space, okay? It becomes really complicated when you try to label things and identify things with words. Language is really hard. Just trust the intuition and the energy. So basically your clairsenses, that is what gets you through. If it's a spiritual union like this, the intellect sometimes gets in the way. It's tough. So he trusts you, and he knows that you've created a temple that is safe and secure, and that represents the home. And you speak truth and clarity, and you do help clear this person's energy when you talk to them. There's something about your voice. They're showing me the mouth. So energy emanating from the mouth and the tongue, the teeth, like the words, the frequency, the tone, every single thing assists this person with what they need. And it's perfect and it's prescribed, and you're right on track. The key is correct. There's something about nervousness about bringing you into their home, but he wants to give you a key. You have the key to his heart already, but I'm seeing the physical home. It's one thing, like, I think this person's tired too of fantasizing at home alone. I feel like this person wants to share more than just their heart with you. They want to share their life with you. That's significant. That's why that World card is there. And because the Pentacles were out first, that's in the physical. That makes sense, right? That's landing it in the physical realm, and that's not easy to do. And guaranteed, if this is a higher divine partnership, there'll be that spiritual warfare attached to this, and it's just energy that you just need to deal with, and it's okay. You have the powers to deal with it. Just know that your light is always greater and more powerful than anything else, okay? This person feels much better. But there's still trickster energy at play here, so we're going to leave that like that. They want me to do another smudge. Just a little bit, not too much. To bring this tiger's eye. So that travel will be protected now. So there was attempt to create issues with travel or vehicles or anything to do with movement forward in the right direction. Just know that it'll fail, or has failed already, or will fail. Okay. Do your callings upon, do your prayers, do your shields. Okay, if you need to, if you feel you need to, if that's something that you do, it'll help. All right. You just want me to pull a few angel cards as a closing oracle. I'll be right back. One sec. All right, I'm back. So when a feather floats down from above, an angel is showering you with love. So that green feather is here. So the healing will be safeguarded today that we were afforded with, and your journey safeguarded as well. So don't worry. Your children are the greatest gift of all. They teach you more than you teach them. So again, I was talking about children in the previous reading. So go and take a look at that. That's a message that there's probably messages for you in that reading as well. Your loved ones want you to live the life you are destined for. Yes, yes. So you will be supported in the realms by all the beings that are here to support this union, for both of you to come into union in the physical here. You'll have the guidance and the protection, and believe in miracles. All right. This is a beautiful love and a beautiful life, and you'll have a lot of success. You have to trust and believe that it can be okay. And it is. It is. You already manifested it. It's already here. You're just in the process of coming into full physical union. And that's beautiful. That's fantastic. Congratulations. Take good care, everyone. We'll chat again real soon. Bye-bye.